Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're doing really well. Let's try and work out the way they recorded Judas Priest's Painkiller. After doing loads of research on the album, I worked out that, Chris Tangarides was the producer on that album, and he had a really strange technique for miking up guitar cabs, and he had a close one and he'd put a far one out, and he called this the Vortex method. The close mic and the far mic would phase cancel certain frequencies out, and you get this bouncing overtone of frequencies that just it's just a really strange guitar sound. And so I've tried to replicate that today in the room. I'm surprised how well it worked out, but the only flaw with it is the second room mic, because I've had to turn up the volume of it, or the gain. You can hear the guitar string noise of my guitar in it, so we can hear the guitar string noise. So the two microphones are recorded at once in stereo, and the close mic was panned one way, and the room mic was panned the full the other. And then for the other rhythm guitar, they just opposed that. And so you just had this really busy guitar sound all the way through the mix. And it's just got a really distinct, unique sound to it. So the gear I'm using today is, I've got my Charvel SoCal, and this guitar just reminds me of Glenn Tipton for some reason. It's got a real mid-range punch to it, and it's got EMG 81 pickups. I think in the studio back then they had Duncan JBs, though I have read also that they had EMG 81s. It's one of those topics again that I couldn't really get to the bottom of. I'm sure you guys know. So for the Marshall DSL settings, you can see there in the video, I've really got to give a shout out to Devor Pranic. He was the one that came up with this crazy EQing. For miking this up, I'm using the Mezzo Recto 112 with a V30 speaker in it, using an SM57, as you can see in the photo. As for the room mic, it's sitting on top of the 5150 over there, and it's facing the wall in the corner, and it was just, I had to move it around, and I played with it for hours trying to find that perfect phase spot where it cancels out and bounces back and forth. So this is using the Vortex method really wide with two guitars just in a rhythm section of Nightcrawler. This next part is One Shot at Glory, and it's just a cool interlude section that picks up, hopefully, the Vortex really well. Another great one that I really love is A Touch of Evil, and this solo is just so good. I love the way it's so disjointed, and Glenn goes from one end of the neck to the other, and it's just really well done. It's perfect. So we'll try and capture that too. I know I couldn't get the tone perfectly, but it was all right. It was pretty close. I think I'm wrapped the way that it turned out, and we actually captured that vortex. It's not a method that I'll be using anytime soon in this room. If I had my own studio, I'd be using it all the time, I think, just to mix things up. But in here, it just picks up too much of the guitar and too much other noises, I'm afraid. But it was a great deal of fun and super exciting. We've just passed 100k subscribers on the channel, and I thank you all so much. It's super humbling, and I will make a video about that. And Ollie and I don't know what we'll do. Thank you all so much for sticking with me over the years. It's been a great journey, and I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So all that said, I wish you the best. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.